Hey, what's up, Unbroken Nation? Hope that you're doing well wherever you are in the world. My friends, I just wanted to take a couple of minutes and talk to you about a little bit of a transition that's happening over here on the Michael Unbroken podcast. So, you're going to notice something new. It is now called the Think Unbroken Podcast. I've put a lot of thought and effort and energy into the Michael Unbroken podcast over the years. And as I've moved closer to trying to make Think Unbroken stand on its own without me, I've decided moving forward, it will no longer be the Michael Unbroken podcast. Now, what's really funny about this, when I originally started the podcast, there's some old episodes under Think Unbroken Podcast. And that was initially kind of my first test run. And I thought about it for a long time and decided ultimately the thing that I want to do right now is to focus on Think Unbroken as a global movement. And myself am simply just a catalyst in the movement. And in that, it gives me a lot of opportunity. So you're going to see a little bit of a shift here in the podcast. Not like I'm going to just suddenly start talking about like football and crap like that, because it's not what I'm interested in. But you will start to see me bring on more guests who I am interested in. People who have fantastic and magnificent stories of not only survival, but triumph, where we can bring you more value than ever before. It is my commitment to this amazing community of the Unbroken Nation to bring you as much value as humanly possible by giving you guests who are not only going to enthrall you, but inspire you. And that's my promise. That is my commitment to you, my friends, as we further head ourselves down this path. And recently, you've noticed there's been more guests on the podcast recently, and we're going to up that. I'm also going to be releasing more episodes weekly. So you're not only going to get a guest, but then you're going to get my take on that guest. I'm going to dive deep into 3 value topics around that podcast guest interview. And then on Fridays, we're going to do either like a Q&A style conversation, or I'll just pick a topic out of the hat as I do sometimes, and we'll go deep. Because I know many of you, and I appreciate you, so let me preface this with that, want to hear me talk about this journey of healing, of overcoming trauma, of ultimately becoming the hero of your own story. And so because of that, I'm only making a slight adjustment. If anything, this is going to help make the podcast better. Another note is that you will also now be able to find the podcast at thinkunbrokenpodcast.com. So I created a website to host all this amazing content, so you can go find it whenever you want. There are blogs, there are categories to search from, there are guest speaker bios, there's the whole 9, because I wanted to make this podcast something that not only felt more accessible to you, but something that you can go back and find when you want. Also, on that website, there are quite a few things actually, which I'm incredibly excited about. First and foremost, there's now a subscription to the podcast. So if you want to get notified when there is a new episode, you can sign up, use your email, or if you want, you can also use your phone number. That's up to you. I'm not going to spam you. I promise. That's commitment. I hate getting text about stuff I'm not interested in. So I'm only going to text you about stuff that you're interested in about Think Unbroken. Or I can just shoot you an email. Whatever's best for you. It's up to you. It's optional. I'm not going to make you do one or the other. So that's first and foremost. And then I'm going to send you out the emails and the notifications every time we launch a new episode, so you never miss one. There's a few podcasts that I subscribe to, and I love getting the notification because I'm like, oh, I have to listen to this guest. And guys, let me tell you this. I've got some guests coming on the show who are going to blow your mind. It's going to be incredible. The amount of value. I've already recorded a ton of them, so I cannot wait to release them. But the amount of value that is going to come out of these episodes, I promise you, will change your life. And that's my commitment to you. And part of that's also because I want to learn too. This podcast is about me learning as much as it is about you learning. Next, on the podcast website as well, thinkunbrokenpodcast.com, you are going to be able to leave voice messages. Unbroken Nation, I'm so excited about this because that means not only are you going to be able to interact with me, but if you have a question or you have a topic or something you want to address, you can leave me a voice note on the podcast website at thinkunbrokenpodcast.com. And then when I record the topic episodes or the one-off episodes or the Q&A episodes, I'm going to use your question or your topic to dive into. I know some of you can't come into coaching programs. I know you can't come into one-on-one because I'm like only one person, but you can leave that voice note and I will listen to it and I will respond to it and I will bring you as much value as I can. So I'm very excited. I might be more excited about that part of this than anything because you guys know I love connecting with you. Also, one thing I want to address just quickly since it came to mind, if you reach out to me on social, I will reply to you. It's fascinating to me how often people go, wow, I can't believe that you replied. This is my community. We are in this together, my friends. This is the Unbroken Nation. I am here for you. I'm always a DM away. And you can email me at michael@thinkunbrokenpodcast.com anytime you want to. I will reply because I believe in that. The next thing about the website, which I'm really curious about, is you have the opportunity to help sponsor the show for only $5. You can sponsor one time or as many times as you want to for only $5. Let me tell you this podcast is for you guys. This is for the community. This is for us to learn and grow together. And I'll be real with you. It is not cheap to do. It's incredibly time consuming. I have a team who I've had to bring on to help me do this so we can create this amazing content. So if you can, $5. It's a cost of a cup of coffee, and that helps me continue to produce the content for you. So there's a little icon on there. When you go onto the website, it's a little coffee cup. It says buy me a coffee. And you can also click the sponsor link in the navigation toolbar. So when you do that, everyone who sponsors is going to be listed on the sponsor page. So this is your opportunity to support, be a closer and member of the Unbroken community. Help me support this podcast. It costs a lot of money to do this. I'm not going to lie. And my goal, my ambition with Think Unbroken has never been to get rich. I don't care about money, as you guys know. My mission is value, but I can only do so much as one person. So if you can take $5 out of your coffee allowance one time per month, it would mean the world to me. So my friends, I'm going to leave you with this. As you move forward, make sure that you're looking for the Think Unbroken podcast on iTunes, Spotify, wherever it is that you listen to your podcast. Sign up for notifications. Leave me a voice note because I promise you I am going to use those in this content. This is for you. And if you can, just give $5. It would mean the world. So my friends, I got amazing guests coming up. We're going to be rocking out some awesome shows. We're almost to 100 episodes. Can you believe that? It's crazy, 100 episodes. And you guys listening, sharing, commenting, reviewing. And if you can go leave a review, that means the world because the more reviews we leave, the more people we can impact. And as we move forward, I'm putting in a lot of effort and energy into this show. My goal is 1,000 episodes. 1,000. That's my commitment. I'm telling you here first. I'm going to do 1,000 episodes of the Think Unbroken. I almost said Michael Unbroken. See, I got to retrain myself too. This literally just happened today. So you are the first people to know this other than me. And so I'm going to do 1,000 episodes of the Think Unbroken podcast. And they're going to be there for you wherever you are, whenever you need them. And if you sign up for the newsletter, not only are you going to get access to the podcast, but everybody who signs up is going to get a special gift from me. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to sign up if you want to find out, but all you have to do is go to thinkunbrokenpodcast.com. And I'm building the site out. There's still a ton of stuff to add, but it is ready to go. You can check out the latest episodes. And my friends, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting. We hit 50,000 downloads. Unbelievable. Wow, you guys are amazing. And the number of countries of people who have listened to this, unreal. I'm so grateful. I have so much gratitude for the Unbroken Nation. Man, you know, when I started this, it's really funny. I started the first episode of this podcast. I was sitting on the floor of the bedroom of the hut that I was staying in Bali, just talking into a microphone. And 2 years later, here we are. And we're just getting started, my friends. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. I have so much gratitude for you. I cannot wait to see you again. do me a favor, check out thinkunbrokenpodcast.com. And until next time, my friends,